Good afternoon and welcome back to the Coach Marchman Show. We have a special guest for our third segment. Coach Bobby Jones, how you doing, Coach?
Doing well, doing well.
It's good to have you. You're head coach of the Braves, defensive coordinator of the Indians, and an avid fisherman as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guilty as charged on all three accounts.
When you get time to fit all that in, man, that's a busy schedule.
Well, since my children moved out of the house and they're all grown, I got a little downtime. I got to fill it up with something. So.
And you're also having huge success in here in the weight room. I mean, since your arrival here, the weight room has just skyrocketed.
Yes, sir. We've done real well. We ended up with 2 state champions this year, a state runner-up, and placed 6th in the state. And I think we ended up 3rd overall in the state in the weightlifting meet. So had a good outing there.
We could almost do a whole show just around the weight room and the wrestling team and everything else. Coach, let's get to the Braves, though. That's why we're here. Braves baseball today. How'd your season go?
Last year we
Go ahead.
had a few more wins than this year. I felt like this year was kind of a rebuilding phase.
If you don't mind, Coach, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Put the mic a little bit closer to you.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Maybe that works.
That's better. There you go.
All right. It was a rebuilding year for us, I feel like. With Eli Hobbs moving up, the first part of the season, we spent a lot of time trying to find a catcher. I think we did a good job of that. We found 2 kids that I believe will be the catcher in the future for the middle school program and move on up. One of them being Ethan Crawford and another one being Asher Phillips. Both of them, one's a 7th grader and one's a 6th grader. Our middle school team this year was dominated by 6th grade players. We had a lot of 6th graders that made the team this year, and it's a little tougher to compete against 8th graders with 6th graders, but I think for the future of it, they're going to do very well.
So you got a young group, but they'll be a year older next year and a year more experience.
Yeah. They progressed and got a lot better this year, getting used to the way Coach Marchman liked things being done in his program and everything. I think it was a success as far as building and growing and getting those kids ready for the future and getting better. Like I told them one of the times this year, my goal is not as necessarily winning every middle school game, but one day be able to be a fan and go watch them play for a state championship at the high school.
Yeah.
So, that's what our goal is with the.
I hear that. I know Coach Marchman spoke highly of you yesterday and the effort you've done with the Braves and having those kids ready when they come up to that JV level.
Yes, sir.
It's not like he has to retrain everybody. You're on that same page about how it's just a smooth transition from the Braves to JV.
Yes, sir. Being a former head coach at a different school, you really want someone at the middle school program that's got a good idea of what you want accomplished with your high school. And, I feel like it's my responsibility as an assistant coach to fulfill those needs for the head coach of that program.
It makes it easier on everybody when there's that continuity from 6th grade all the way up to your senior class. I mean, that's a big spread.
Yes, sir. It is. And there's a big kids grow a lot during that time. They'll go from kind of unorthodox, clumsy to being really good players. And, it's just a process.
How many have you got moving up this year from your Braves to JV going into next season?
I think as soon as we got finished this year, Coach Marchman pulled up 3. I think we got possibly 6 to 7 8th graders coming into the program as high school players. Sometimes when you lose a kid out of a program, it happens in that transition from middle school to high school.
Right.
And, we're trying to prevent that in all sports, not just baseball, but in every sport that our school participates in. Of course, with the Braves and what I have involved, we're dialing in on baseball, but your goal is that we keep these kids involved and play in 2 sports. We're in a single A school, and you've got a little over 400 kids, and to be able to be successful like we have in all our athletics this school year, kids have to go out and play, in my mind, at least 2 sports and be committed to it. And our coaches have done a real good job of that in my mind.
When you've got those kids coming in from sixth grade, they're generally coming from rec, Charlton rec, or travel ball. Do you have a relationship there with the rec department as far as that transition, or will you just take them fresh right in the sixth grade?
I don't. Last few years, I've not been able to get out and see them play
I
at
got
the
you.
rec department. So basically, we're taking them off of tryouts.
Okay, from tryouts on.
Right.
I got
right.
you.
And for a kid to try out well, I think he has to be involved. Like we really push the kids when we're done with them, because our middle school season gets done early, and it gets done in time for those kids to go play with the rec department and go play with a travel team.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important for those kids to play travel ball as well as rec department, because when you're playing with your rec departments, you're representing your county. Because if you're one of the better kids in the rec department, you're going to get to go play all-stars. And, you just get at an early age, get a chance to put your county's name on your chest and represent them and go compete for them.
All right. All right. I know you have a big relationship with the weight room here with the team. Are you encouraging? Do the Braves come over here and they work out as well, or is that something that kind of happens when they come over here to JV?
It's more when they come over. I don't get that opportunity. Coach Wittenberg does a good job down there with them at the middle school in the weight room.
Okay.
At the middle school level, we don't get them as long during the course of the semester. I'm not sure how they split it up, but I think he gets them for 9 weeks out of a semester instead of 18 weeks for a semester.
I see. So, but Bethune has their own weight room.
Yes, sir.
Okay, do. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that.
Yes, sir. They do. They do.
Okay.
But they try to implement what we do here to help. As far as once they get to high school, they'll know how to squat, power clean, and bench.
Oh, okay. Because I know the reason why I asked that, because here lately I've seen you post several videos of our diamond ball girls, the softballers,
yes,
in here. I mean, the boys are probably feeling some pressure.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple of girls that are very athletic, and if they don't work, the girls are going to go around them. A lot of times guys kind of taking offense if you say this girl's stronger than you, but we got some girls that I need to tell the guys that they need to lift more like the girls, because they're doing a great job in the weight room.
Yeah, I saw let's see, Jeslyn Smith and Gabby
Yes,
Tillis in here power cleaning. I mean, these football players better step up.
Yeah, they had, because both of those girls are very athletic and do a great job, and come in here and they like competing. They do, and it's fun being around kids that love to compete.
So when you get a player coming in from elementary to Bethune,
right?
What parents tend to have that mentality of recreation baseball, travel ball. What do you look for a player when it's coming into that you might want to tell the parents, hey, this is what we're looking for the Braves? Is there something you look for, or is it just talent?
Well, of course, talent helps, but understanding the role. Because with school ball, things change. With the rec department, everybody's guaranteed a little bit to play, and then travel ball, most people get involved with an organization that's going to promote their kid getting to play more.
Right.
And a lot of times, as a sixth grader coming in, you don't get to play as much as what you're used to, and it's an adjustment for the players. The players
right.
a lot of times adjust to it a little quicker than the parents do. Because the parents are used to seeing them go out and play more. But I've got to say, our sixth grade group this year, I feel like a very talented group, and their parents were very supportive of the process of how we do things. We didn't have a lot of we really didn't have no complaints. Everybody kind of come in and worked to get better, and I feel like, they made strides to come out their seventh grade year and compete and do a real good job.
All right, Coach. On the fundraising side of things, what do you have going? Is there anything going on right now for the Braves baseball?
Usually, Coach Marchman has us do something along with the varsity, and it's usually
okay. So that all trickles down.
Right.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a separate thing or.
No, sir. We usually do. He'll have something set up for us, and we just take our part of it and run with it and give him.
Okay, so when they have like Pork Chop Saturday, that not only benefits the Indians, but it goes all the way through the program down to Bethune.
Yes, sir. It does. It does, Coach. All three of our major sports with basketball, baseball, and football, those coaches do a great job of supporting their middle schools.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's something I didn't know. I've learned something today. I thought Bethune kind of had their own thing, and then the Indians, but it's all one, treated as one entity, I guess.
Well, I think the school over there, they take the gates and use their gates for middle school athletics, and
Right.
at the high school, they definitely use it for their high school athletics. But as far as the fundraisers, that's with the booster clubs, and the booster clubs in all three of those sports, and I'm sure with wrestling as well, do a real good job of supporting the younger programs.
Okay. Let me ask you, Coach. I know you've been here for a few years now. How long have you been at the helm for the Braves baseball since you've been here?
We just finished our third season.
This was your first season?
Third
Third season.
Yes.
Everybody
season.
knows I'm deaf, so
I got
people
you.
laugh at
I
me
got
sometimes on here.
It's no problem, but it's our third season. Next year, hopefully, God willing, we'll be going into our fourth season.
So you've got at least a couple of classes already playing JV baseball then.
Yes, we do.
Oh.
I got excited the other day. I went to one of the games, and I seen the starting infield for that game was the starting infield I'd had the year before. And it's just exciting to see that. Coach Marchman moved a kid up to run bases for him that played for me last year, David Walters, and I was excited to see that, when you get that investment with them in the 8th grade, even though they're all Indians. Sometimes you take a little personal pride when you see some of the kids you work with excel.
It's a sense of pride when you see those guys that you had from 6th to 8th grade over there on the JV field and varsity.
Yes, sir.
Making those big plays and getting that recognition.
Yes, sir, it does. It does. You're glad to be a part of the process when it happens.
Sit in the bleachers, you say, that's my guy.
That's right.
There you
That's
go.
Right. That's right.
Coach Jones, anything else you'd like to hit on before I let you go? I know I'm taking your lunch break away from you.
No, I'm good. I'm glad you let me talk, and, I hope that we keep feeding the baseball program and we keep winning, and I want to go watch a few state championships be played while I'm part of the program.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, sir.
And good luck next season. Good luck with the upcoming football season.
Yes, sir. We're working hard, getting ready for it.
All right, that's Coach Bobby Jones, head baseball coach of the Bethune Braves. Thank you all for watching this presentation of the Coach Marchman Show with special guest Coach Jones.